Hi, friends. Oh, that's loose. Let's see if we can't tighten that up. There we go. Hi, friends. Below Average Utah Dad here. Okay, I'm going to do something. I'm going to show you my firearm is unloaded, just so that I can make this work. I'm not going to put it in a magazine for this. All right. Let's pretend for a sec. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a snap cap. All right. Snap cap. Ready? Okay. See? The snap cap. Okay. So we've determined this is not a live round. It's a snap cap. Not going to put it in a magazine. All right. So I want to show something. Here's my holster. One of my holsters. Okay, my firearm is holstered. You guys see me do videos a lot. All right? I do a lot. Where I'll be holding my phone with one hand and recording. Okay, so that's a perfect example. Right here. All right. I'm going to pull my pistol out of my firearm. My gun is pulled out of my firearm. At this point, I'm flagging myself. There's no getting around it. I'm pulling, if this is simulating a real world, you cannot carry a loaded firearm and not flag yourself at some point. Okay? Doesn't matter if I put it behind my back. Okay? Doesn't matter. Let's see. Carry it here. Flagging. How am I? Can't pull it this way. Might flag somebody behind me. All right. I'm trying to emphasize the point here. I don't even know if you guys can see me. All right, I know. I do a lot of goofy shit in my videos. This is going to be a long-form video, I can tell. I'm kind of on a rant about this because people continuously talk about this. Like, fuck, you're flagging yourself, you're flagging yourself, you're flagging yourself. I'm tired of it, okay? If I was a police officer and I carried my pistol right here, all right? Let's say I had to take it out of the holster. Okay. And I didn't use it. Let's say I didn't need to use it, but I took it out of the holster. Okay, hold on. I'm going to take the magazine out. Let's simulate. Okay, sorry, hold on. I want to make sure. Let me find a spot to do that. Okay, I'm going to put it. Okay, now that it's over here, now I'm going to do this. Take the round that I just took out because I don't want to flag myself or flag anybody around me. And now I'll put it in like this, in my side holster. Now I'll put it... Are you freaking stupid? I'm sorry, I'm going to call it. You guys don't like the way that I do things? Don't watch my videos. I don't need you to subscribe if you think that I'm some jackass that doesn't know how to handle a firearm, doesn't actually have 25 years of experience, 35 years of experience shooting and handling firearms. I get it. You don't point a gun at something you don't intend to destroy. If I am carrying a loaded gun on a regular basis, I accept the risk that I'm probably going to accidentally flag myself. We've established this is unloaded, okay? When I'm pulling my pistol out of my holster, okay? I'm not pulling it out like this, okay? I'm not, right into that. I'm just going to pull it out the fastest that I can. Because the faster I can get it out, the faster I can get it. What if I'm pulling out my hand? Am I gonna go like this? Am I gonna bring my hand up like this so that I don't? I'm hitting my toes. Here, let me make sure that I don't. Freaking hell, you guys! At what point do you accept the risk that you have a fucking weapon in your hand? It's a weapon. Okay? Even if it wasn't loaded, it's still a weapon. It's a risk. Okay? There's a risk having weapons. Look, there's a whole bunch. All right, I get it. I make jokes and funny stuff. I do it all the time. I love it. It's fun. I love firearms. But man, at some point you have to accept the risk that, hey, this is a loaded weapon. I'm carrying a loaded weapon. At some point it's probably going to get pointed at me. It's the way that you handle it. It's the way that you show trigger discipline. Doesn't do a hill of beans to sit there and say, oh, well, don't flag yourself. Don't do this. Don't do that. Put it in the holster. You can't differentiate between the two. I can differentiate between the two. That's why I have close to 300 videos of me doing this. and not shooting my face or my arm or my feet or my leg or my dick off. You guys seriously need to come to grips with the fact that, like, you're carrying a loaded weapon. You live by this. I get it. Don't treat a firearm like it's unloaded. But also, you can't treat a firearm like it's a freaking grenade. All right? It's not a P320. And even if it was a P320, if you didn't flip and stick your booger hooker on the trigger bangy switch, it's probably not going to shoot. Only in the case of a P320. I'm going to go ahead and say that. But man, you guys get so butthurt about the fact it's like, you flagged yourself. I can't believe. If I'm in a situation where if I ever am in a situation, which I don't ever want to be in a situation, where I have to pull my pistol, and hey, all right, I'm not worried about whether or not, okay, not worried about whether or not I'm flagging myself or my foot or whatever. I'm flagging my foot right now. I'm not going to go like this. I'm going to leave my pistol down, or I'll leave it like this. All right? If it were to go off, let's say I got nervous and had an AD at this point, I'm going to hurt myself. I'm shooting straight down. All right? I'm going to hurt my ears because I probably don't have ear pro on in an emergency situation where I need to draw my pistol and use it. Like, my hell, people, it's a freaking gun. At what point do you not make that delineation of, well, if you want the gun to be as safe as possible, don't carry a magazine in it, don't carry around in it. You're at that point, you're more of a threat to others, because if you don't do those two, or if you're doing those two things where you're not carrying around in the chamber and you're not carrying a magazine, all you're doing is you're arming a potential assaulter, a threat. You're making it easier to arm a threat. That's what you're doing. If you're not going to carry with around in the chamber because you carry every day, like I do, you're just creating more of a risk for yourself. If you're not practicing carrying around in the chamber, if you're not practicing with snap caps every day, if you're not doing draws, if you're not doing dry fire, if you're not doing basics every day, all right? I don't have bad muscle memory. I might not be a great quick draw person because I don't care about quick draw. I really don't. I don't think I'm going to be in a situation where I need to... But I do believe that I can be in a situation where I need to draw, and I don't want to have my brain freaking out and worried about, do I have a round in the chamber? Do I not have a round in the chamber? Should I chamber that? I don't want to start thinking about that. I don't want to add any extra measures. I want to just draw and be able to shoot. Target acquire, shoot. That's all you should do. But man, you people, like, get over yourselves. I'm sorry, I'm going to call it. Like, at some point, you're going to have a firearm pointed at your dick that's got a bullet in it. If you're carrying loaded every day, if you're carrying appropriately and you're carrying appendix. If I put it in my bag, any one of my bags, I don't even know where they are, they're upstairs. If I put it in my bag, at some point, if I'm carrying a loaded firearm, I'm going to put it in my bag. It's loaded. It's going to go in my bag. It's going to point at my arm. It's going to point at my leg. It's going to point at my internal organs. It's got a little Velcro thing that keeps it together and covers the trigger, and that's it. Man, I am heated up about this because it's just like, it just boggles my mind. It boggles my mind that you are that dense about this particular subject, okay? You're either carrying a loaded firearm and accepting the risk, all of the risk that comes with carrying a loaded firearm. It does not matter what kind of holster you have. At some point, you're going to flag yourself. At some point, you might pull your gun. And hopefully, you never have to, and you never have to pull the trigger. All right? I cannot emphasize this enough. I don't want any of you to ever have to shoot somebody. All right? I don't. Nobody does. If that's what you want, there's something very seriously mentally challenged and wrong with you. Unless it's pedophile. But, like, all in all, seriously, Nobody wants to ever have to take somebody else's life, or to have to potentially take their life, or threaten to take their life. But I will if I have to, and I'm in that situation. If it comes down to me and someone threatening me, I'm going to choose me. I'm going to choose my wife. I'm going to choose my family. I'm going to choose the things that are important to me, not the random stranger that's hopped up on drugs or that wants my money or that thinks that I, don't deserve to live because I have insurance or whatever. But in order to get my loaded firearm, I'm not going to load it while it's in the holster. Anyway, okay, I've got my magazine. It's not loaded. It's in there. I'm going to go ahead and let me do this. You want to know how you accidentally shoot your dick off? You do something stupid like that. Holy crap. You think there are more instances of people reholstering their firearm and shooting themselves in the dick? Or are people, okay, I've got it in there. I'm going to go ahead and rack it now. And then I'll take out the magazine. And then I'll put it back in after I reload. Like, dude, just accept the risk. Load your firearm. Get it ready to go. Put it in a holster. Put it on your body. If you have to draw it, if you draw it out of your bag, you don't need to sit there and unload the whole thing. Put it back. Put it back. Cowboys managed to do it for how long and not shoot themselves? You think cowboys didn't ever carry with their pistol cocked? Guarantee you there were cowboys that did it. Dudes in World War II and World War I, you think they didn't? Seriously. Have a little more faith in the people that carry firearms. Now, if you want to get mad and say that I'm teaching people bad things, go ahead. Get on there. Talk up a storm. I will have fun with you. Believe me, I will. I don't mind having the conversation. But for hell's sake, there's not a way to have a holster on your body. Even a cop that has a shoulder holster. If their firearm's loaded, they got to have a round in the chamber. All right? They got a round in the chamber. Put their magazine in. What are they going to do? Okay, hold on while I lay down on the ground to put my pistol in my shoulder holster so that I don't accidentally flag somebody. They're picking up their holster. Are they going to, okay, let me hold it like this so that I can put it in the holster. Let me go down, make sure. It's a loaded firearm. Get over the fact that if you're carrying a loaded firearm, you're going to flag yourself. That's where this control and this control, the 90% of shooting that's this, and the 10% that's this, seriously, get over yourselves. Go eat a bag of dicks. I'm tired of listening to you guys sit here and tell me that I'm going to shoot myself. If I shoot myself, then I was a dumbass and I deserve to shoot myself. That's it. It's that simple. All right? And you guys can talk it all up. And you know what? I'll probably, even if that happened, I'll still carry a firearm. I'll recover. And as long as I'm not dead, which I don't think I will be, but if it does happen, I'll recover and I'll keep carrying a firearm. And I'll keep carrying one loaded. And I won't care. Anyways, yeah. Tuesday morning rant, day 2 of the week, and I'm already ranting. And pretty fired up about it. This will probably be in a live stream. I don't even know if I'm going to post this video. I just know that I wanted to rant about it. My hell. Holy shit. This is probably going to go on my webpage, but I'm going to have to put a bunch of exclaimers on it. Okay. So now that we've established that you can't carry a loaded firearm without some risk of carrying a loaded firearm, what are you guys going to do the next time you carry? Like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell if you want to have more rants like this, I guess. I hope that I don't have to do more rants like this. But I will. It's okay. I don't have a problem with it. If I lose subscribers, I lose subscribers. I already don't get paid. It's not that big a deal. So, you guys have a great day. I'm going to keep carrying my firearm and keep putting out content where I'm doing that. And you can either watch and get pissed off and angry and say that I'm not being safe and unsubscribe, which I don't care if you do. Or you can maybe reevaluate he makes some good points. Am I unloading and completely resetting up my rig every time? Have a wonderful day. And if you have a problem, unsubscribe. seriously, unsubscribe if you have a problem. I don't care. Don't care. Have a nice day. Not a great loss.